So here's an update. It's been 18 days since my surgery, and I'm still on the doctor's order for bed rest. Most of the day, I have to be in the bed unless I'm doing my little walks. Then, from what I gathered from the research I did, that I could be bed rest from anywhere from 4 weeks to 2 months. And that, in terms of full recovery, could take anywhere from 6 months to 8 months. Of course, I plan to be recover way sooner than that. So let me tell you some things I learned on the way. After the operation was done and I was home to do the research. The first thing I found was that based on my operation, I had to change my diet. Most of my diet consists of nuts, seeds, nuts and seeds, and herbal tea, all types of herbal tea. And what I found out that some of the nuts and seeds and herbal tea that I was taking could and would serve as a blood thinner. And the one thing I didn't want to do was to take a blood thinner, at least for a month after the operation. So because of AI, that saved me. The other thing I learned with I take omega-3, was that I couldn't take my omega-3. Probably one of the most important thing I learned was that I was supposed to be on bed rest uh, for up to 2 months and the full recovery up to 6 to 8 months. See, I didn't know that when I left the doctors, when I left the hospital. It wasn't, this information was not part of my discharge paper. So let me get to this picture that you're looking at. This picture is an example of the blockage that was in my right leg and my second major artery. Initially, again, it was supposed to be 75%, and when they went in, they found that it was 100%. So they had to go in and remove, if not all, most of the plaque from my legs. I didn't realize how serious this was until I did the research. Didn't realize that not only had to I did I have to be in bed, but also that I had to elevate my legs as well. Again, none of this was in my discharge paper. So not only did AI help me with all of this information, but when it came to elevating my legs, I was able to take a picture to show me on 2 pellets. And AI said, no, you need to do better than that. So eventually I got the correct number of pellets in order to lift and elevate my foot. AI was a champion in that particular respect. And the other thing that was very important was the walking. For example, one of the nurses told me that when I got home, I could start to walk as much as 30 minutes at a time. Well, when I did AI, that wasn't the case. As a matter of fact, AI said that I could only do it 5 to 10 minutes a day, and then eventually to build it up. Again, had I not gotten that information from I could be into a serious problem. So not only did it look at my foot to say if I was elevated enough when I took a picture and dropped it into AI, it also was able to tell me that my foot was not swollen, so that meant the operation was going very well. During that time, I remember I got a headache, and I was trying to figure out why I had gotten a headache, and I put that in the AI. Come to find out that I was not drinking enough water. Drunk enough water, and I was back on the bed where I was at. Again, AI was very helpful in terms of that. Another thing I wasn't told when I left the hospital that I was supposed to um, not sit down for more than 10 minutes at a time and then eventually build it up. Nor was I supposed to stand for 10 minutes or more until I build it up to do so. Again, if this was not for artificial intelligence and me being know how to do the research, I would not have known that. So AI has been a true blessing in my life. And I wanted to share this with you because one of the things I'm going to ask most people to do is to ask that you have that test that they put this little thing on your toe. The same thing they will put on your finger when they're checking your blood rate and everything like that, or similar object they put on your big toe. Add this test, and they did it on my right and my left foot. Had this test to make sure that your arteries are not being clogged up. Had I not had this test, this would not have been the case. So that's my journey, man. It's been crazy. 18 days in bed so far, not being able to get out, other than to eat, pick me something to eat, go to the bathroom, and then back in bed again. Needless to say, AI is saying I'm doing an awesome job. I've started with only being able to walk like 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm up to being able to walk up to um, 1 hour. That is 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and 20 minutes. So I really have been progressed. The only problem is I still can't sit down for long periods of time. And I still can't stand up for long periods of times. So to say that this was a serious operation, it was. And I didn't think it was that serious because I was in and out of the hospital. But had I not did the research, folks, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, do the research. AI can be your best friend. For example, when I got my blood work off, and I got a lot of red marks on my blood workout suggesting some problem. And when I went through AI, it told me exactly what the problems were. Most of it was related to me not getting enough water. So I even put down the um, release papers, and AI was able to give me a layman understanding on what I was able to read. As you know, I'm a student of AI, and this is another way that AI can help you when it relates to your health. And I can tell you a million things that has helped me with AI and my health issues, but I'm only focusing on this one thing to let people know this is serious, folks. You could be having plaque in your leg, and you know, because I didn't feel anything. Had they not did that test, I would have never known that my veins in my right leg, not my left leg, was building up plaque. Man, God is good. Because the doctor told me it could have resulted in me dying, or at the very least, have my right leg cut off. God is good. So please be proactive and ask for this test to make sure your arteries are not being blocked up. I hope this helps somebody because I know